Sexual spirit is a place of fun. Negative thinking, don't you waste your thoughts. Verbal conflict is a waste of word. Physical conflict is a waste of flesh. People will always be who they want. And that's what really makes the world go round. Unconditional love is scarce. You get precious life to me, so I live my life for you. See, you've always been there for me, so I'll be there for you. That's their eyes and meditation. They lights on the morning when it's kingdom come. Good deeds are remembered in the arms of men. Bless your eyes and they keep your truth. They lights on the morning when your kingdom come. Good deeds are remembered in the arms of men. Shine on, say we know my forevermore. You've always had faith in me, so I have faith in You've always been there for me, so I'll be there for You've always been good to me, even when I'm not good to myself. You've always been good to me, even when I'm not fair to myself. You've always done right by me, so I will do right by you. Always been there for me, so I'll be there for you, Papa. You've always been there for me, brother, so I'll be there for you, sister. You've always had faith in me, so I'll have faith in you. Hey, you've always been good to me. You've always been kind to me. You've always stood up for me. You've always been there for me. You've always been. You've always been. You've always been there for me. You've always been there with me. You've always been true to me. So I've been true to you. Easy road. Oh my God.
Well, go on, everyone. It's Randy here. Hope you guys like the music. We're just playing some music before I started. And everything in the background, all sorts of stuff. So bless up. Let me turn this down. I'm gonna turn that down. And I apologize for that, people. Bless up. Well, go on, everybody. We got Blazing in the group. We got D Murder. Who else we got? We got people here, and much love to everyone showing their love, hitting that thumbs up. Douglas Fairchild, Wagwan, my brother. Much love to everyone. Hey, Strawberry, Smokey for president. Bless up, Smoke. Bless up to everyone. Bless up everyone within the YouTube community, 420 community. This is another Ganja Talk. This is what is gonna be in a daily hour to 2 hour live stream of us talking about cannabis, the difference, everything cannabis related. I said ganja talk. So thank you guys for stopping by and just giving movement or motivation to something that really want to use to educate the world, the cannabis world, and basically us having a good time as growers and stoners overall. So anytime you like this video, please remember thumbs up. Share it, like it, subscribe. The link to the bamboo chalices are in the description below. And best up to everyone. What's going on? It's been a while. I didn't get to do the wake and bake, but so much love. And I said, go and go to the chat and see how my people are doing today. Best up to Blazing, reach 710 subscribers. Much love. And it's always my pleasure to show support to my fellow YouTube stoners and everyone overall. So much love to Blazing. And as it's nothing for me to come by and show a little support, open up a couple tabs so that you're getting that thumbs up. So much love and bless up from Jamaica. So I'm about to roll up. Got my ganja. About to roll up. We're going to listen to some more music. We're going to talk a little bit about today's topic. Today's topic is basically, wait, Jarvex, D-Murder got 420 subs. Best up that for that. Best up for the 420 subs. I'm basically 6 away from my 420, but ain't no rush. So, but bless up D-Murder in the place. So I gone. And I said today's topic is ooh, ganja smell good. I said today's topic is hydro versus soil. With that, we're gonna look into the meaning of both mediums, different styles of grow, the pros and cons, and why would you basically overall setup regarding these two different grow styles. One right way to grow cannabis, but there are wrong ways. But experiment, find what works for you, and with that, we've developed hydroponic systems, aeroponic systems. A lot has been done within the cannabis world. So we're going to touch on soil and hydro today, and just rolling up. I'm about to play some jams as we begin Ganja Talk. So let me turn this baby down. I'm blessed up to Douglas stopping by and saying hello, much love to you, my brother, and thanks for always showing support. And that man shall. Bless up Tim S in the place. Much love, my brother. He said just starting the stream now officially, rolling my joint and just playing some music as we go off to speak about ganja, growing ganja in two different styles, hydroponic and soil. That's true. Only time I got my head down is when I'm rolling a spliff. It much longer. I'm just trying to play. Awesome. The comforter is doing much longer. Live much longer. Cutting ganja with efficiency and effectiveness.
Shots upon a blood clot. Cops, cops, you know you watch the box, yeah. My black woman is getting really crossing the yachts, yeah. Before the and chops, yeah. I'm not just someone who said that's just a bitch. See us, we do the crime, we do the time. Got into it, stop free. So police do it out, we do it out. It's like the truth. You shot me, you know, like you carry shot Jesus, mom, stop me. That's my room, sorry. The youngest me, I be here, this me. But nobody can with me, so they better go back with me. Listen, don't play, just be blaze, blaze, $20 storm, I be fella. Watch your bump holler, watch your run, hit the floor. Go, come, show your guns up, in the air.
Ah. And without further ado, I present my joint. Bless up to everyone. The joint has been rolled, the music is playing, and the vibes is now set. I'll be sparking up. Cheers to all, and we're going to be starting our discussion. As said, today's topic is hydroponics versus soil. Different methods of growing cannabis, two effective methods of growing cannabis, and each has their own pros and cons. Today we'll be going through the difference between hydro soil, the pros, cons, setup, and as I said, the little things to watch out as a grower myself who's dabbled in both. So let me turn this down for a bit. Awesome. So hopefully you guys are hearing me and the music in the background properly. Much love to everyone. As I said, we're here to talk about cannabis. And best up Token Steve, much love my brother. Best up and welcome to the stream. And so we're going to be talking about growing. And you've just been added as a moderator. So bless up for that, my brother. Cheers, everyone. Let me cut this off. Mr. Dr. Wiggler, you're not late. You're just on time. Full bore, my friend. Full bore, you've been basically added to the Google Hangout, so you can jump in the call if you want at any time. And for anyone that wants to jump in and has anything to add towards the discussion, I said, discussion, hydro versus soil, go right ahead and do so. Hey, so best up to everyone. So, growing marijuana in soil versus hydroponic system. Cannabis, like many plants, can be grown in more than one way. Most people think of root growing in soil, but hydroponics offer the ability to work in smaller spaces, control over your greens food source. Meaning, basically, the difference between soil and hydro is the medium. Soil is the dirt outside. We all know soil. The plant is traditionally grown in. With hydroponics, it provides you with the ability to grow in a smaller space without having to worry about getting the soil. You basically submerge your root system within water or the nutrient solution that you're adding. So with that, those are two methods: traditional soil, new medium of basically water solution. That there are some differences. With the soil, there's a buffer or filter for the necessary nutrients to be taken up into the roots. With hydro, it's direct contact with the solution, the nutrients, and the root. So there's a lot more growth, and it's not as forgiving as soil because it doesn't have that buffer. It doesn't have something filtering it out. Just in the case that the levels are wrong, yeah, you have a couple days for it to show, and you can quickly treat it. With hydro, I said, as soon as it happens, the plant will respond because it's getting the direct nutrients. Everything is affecting the plant through the roots directly. So yeah, that's hydro and soil in hindsight. Okay, so where were we? If you're looking for flavor and forgiveness in the occasional mistake, take up the traditional soil method. As said, flavor with the soil and forgiveness because of the buffering effect of soil. Soil is basically to hold the roots and also act as a filter just in the case something is going wrong. Okay. Of course, any experienced grower will have a preference with first an account of why they stick with their technique. If you're looking to plant a marijuana seed, cannabis seed, and helps it to grow, there are a few things you should consider before planting. How you're gonna basically grow, what method you're gonna be using, and what's best available for you. That's for me as a grower. So, let me check in chat, see how is everyone doing it. Best of 420 Dean Blaze, much love. I hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone's all right. And how's the information for you guys? There are times I'll be taking breaks so that if there's anything you'd like to ask, go right ahead. What am I looking for? Yeah. Okay, so my playlist good. I can just go ahead and not worry about that. Again, thank you guys for being here. Today's static hydro versus soil. Okay. So we're gonna talk about soil a little bit more right now, so we can know the difference and see. Yeah, I said know the difference. Yeah, second. With the light. Awesome. So, soil. Cannabis plants prefer rich soil that allows maximum drainage. In fact, many growers switch out soil for perlite to increase drainage. That is true. Soil with good airflow and drainage allows the roots to grow better because guess what? The roots are going to always be searching. And once the water runs out properly, it basically does a lot of things. One, it prevents root rots. Without proper aeration, the soil will be pumpy, not a lot of air, not a lot of space for the roots to grow. So guess what? The plant is going to be stunted and in cases have root rot or bacteria growing within the roots affecting your plant. So when choosing soil, look into aeration, look into drainage. The quicker it drains, the better for you. Nutrient-rich materials like earthworm castings or manure can be added to improve the health of your greens and make sure the crop gets everything it needs. That is true. With soil, it's basically building the soil as you get ready to grow your marijuana plant. So one of the few things to look into when you're starting to grow is looking while you're growing with soil, that is, how are you building your soil? Remember, this is a live plant. You need life within your soil. Life means nutrients. You need to be adding your worm castings, your manure, your alfalfa meal, your hemp meal, your um, bone meal, guano, all of that good stuff. If you have anything else that works for you, go right ahead. But remember, you're building the soil, and you also have to remember aeration. In cases of aeration, people use perlite or because perlite tends to, after it degrades, becomes powdery. You can use the same clay pellets used in hydroponics. Tricky D does it. It works great for him. So that's another idea regarding aeration to provide maximum drainage. I said we don't want stunted plants and we don't want root rots. Plants absorb nutrients from the soil during the flowering stage. It's most important you just you use the right kind and amount of nutrients to maximize your yields and to prevent any nutrient deficiency. That is true. As an experienced grower or even as a new grower, we still have to look at the plant and have it speak to us where we're looking for any deficiency if it's supposed to hit. Over time, you'll be getting the correct amount to feed your plants as you grow. As I said, there's never a perfect way, so you might can up it, do something different. As I said, looking into your plant is one of the key aspects here because once there's a deficiency, as I said, soil is forgiving. You have time to work it out. You have 3 days to basically try and solve the problem. Within 3 days, you'll see there's a difference 3 days to a week for me. 3 days to a week, and with that, I try and fix the deficiency. If after a week passes and there's no change, then I really need to consider what's going on with my plant and if I need to kill it. Never happened. Then again, I had to kill a plant once. It got black. It got basically nutrients blocked out because the soil wasn't aerated properly. It was a horrible day for me. And with that, even with the best soil, you will still need supplements for nutrients for maximum results. So with soil, ensure that you're supplying it with the nutrients that the plants need to grow. Listen to your plants, look at it, and see what it needs during specific times. Okay, so going to chat right now. What's up, Dr. Wigler? And do I have any favorite strain? This is Token Steve 420. I'm in love with the purples. In all honesty, I like the difference in colors. The fact that the plant can change colors. I'm in love with the purple. So I have purple skunk growing. I grown blueberry, and that plant turned entirely purple, except the leaves. I like the purples, but I'm more of a sativa person. So lemon haze, not bad, not bad. Anything else? There are many plants out there. I can't really say I have a specific favorite, but there are a couple that really and truly, if I'm supposed to pick, I'll go home with them. But I love all weed, every weed, except bush weed. It has to be good weed. So what's up to everyone? I hope you guys enjoying Ganja Talk. This is us talking about marijuana. We just finished the discussion on soil. Just to quickly recap, soil. Growing in soil is a more forgiving way of growing as it acts as a buffer to filter the nutrients to the roots. With that, if you have any deficiencies, you will identify them and have ample time, I said 3 days to a week for me, before anything major happens. So that's your work period. First day of identifying the problem, you start drenching it. For me, I drench it with water. natural water, nicely pH if I have a pH reader on hand, or some good rainwater. That's for the first day. Then I re-add the nutrients that I need. Re-add if it's CalMag, my eggshells and Epsom salt. If it's nitrogen, my manures and mulch and all of that stuff. So yeah, first day drench, second day applying the necessary nutrients, and third day I keep with the nutrients. Also, with soil, your nutrients is basically what feeds your plant. You're having to build your soil, you're having to make your soil alive. So best thing to do, find out what your plant needs, find out the necessary nutrients that you have around you. And as you're about to plant, before planting, I should say, go ahead, build your soil with your manures, your meals, whatever teas. Go ahead. So that's just a little bit on soil. Let's go to the pros and cons of soil. We're gonna go with pros first. Some good news for some bad news. Number one pro of growing with soil can be more forgiving for inattentive growers. Meaning, if you're away for a while, you don't have to worry. If you're away for a while with the hydro system, then you may have to, at the back of your head, consider if something is going on, if everything is working properly, if the pumps are working. I said soil is more natural, so you can leave it alone for a day or two. Growing in soil is easier than most, but of some types of hydro growing. For some people, growing in soil is in itself a little bit more challenging than growing with hydro because each individual has their own specific way of growing, own liking, and not everyone grows the same. Can't really say that it's easier for most, but for new growers, growing in the soil is the best way to start off. It says better flavor in the end. Who knows? I said if you're a good enough grower, you can maximize your terpenes, your flavors with your hydro grow. But I said soil to me does produce a little bit more flavor. It has more of a character regarding my smoke. I can taste the earth from it at times. Even though it's flush, I can actually taste the earth, how it's grown and everything. So we have the cons. First con, it takes up a lot of space. That is true. If you want to seriously grow in soil, you have to be considerate about the area that you're going to use. Is it big enough? Will it support this kind of grow that you're doing? Will your plant be able to maximize on the amount of stretch it can? So space is one of the cons, and not a lot of individuals have that large enough space to grow a soil in a plant in soil. My bad. A con is next con. Problems take longer to become evident and be recovered. That is true. With its forgivingness, there is a longer period in waiting to identify any form of deficiency. And also, the reason why I say 3 days to 7 is takes a while for the plant to respond during while it's planted in soil, basically. So with that, it's not as quick as hydro, where as soon as something goes in, the plant reacts, and as soon as you fix it, the plant reacts. In soil, there's a buffering agent, basically filtration, so it takes a bit for everything to happen with soil. Ooh, started drooling a bit. So bless up for that. Now we have hydro. And before we go on to hydro, let me jump in chat. I always want to see what's going on in chat. Best of 420 Dean Blazing. Best up everyone here in chat. Much love. And here is where I think I'll take questions regarding soil. If there's any questions out there, feel free to ask. No questions as yet. So we are cool, we are frosty, we are medicated and high. Best up to everyone for that. So let's move on to hydro. Hydroponics is growing cannabis by using any growing medium other than soil. These alternative methods include gravel, cocoa, sand, air, vermiculite, vermiculite, my bad, vermiculite, peat moss, perlite, hydroton, and or water. During the entire process, you must provide the plant with all its nutrients by way of its water supply. Hydroponic systems come, my bad. Let me start over. Hydroponic systems come in different forms. Here are the top 5 common forms used in hydroponics: aeroponics, deep water cultivation (DWC), drip irrigation, nutrient film technique, and flow. Even flow and nutrient film technique I am not familiar with, so I'll be learning as well. But aeroponics, deep water culture, and drip irrigation, yeah, that's something I have some knowledge on. So let's go on to aeroponics to get a brief understanding of what aeroponics is. Aeroponics uses a grow chamber to suspend roots in the air with no medium inside of a closed loop system. Water rich with nutrients doses the base of the plant as they hang in the air. So basically, water is basically doused on the root as the plant is in the air. So basically growing without anything but allowing water to basically hit the roots and nutrients as well. By providing a oxygen-rich environment, the microbes on the plant are able to digest and process the nutrients for its circulatory system. Nice. So without using water, without suspending your roots in anything other from the air, you are able to grow cannabis. Well, a very interesting way to do that. Much love. Second, we have the deep water culture. DWC for short is a method of growing which uses a bucket of nutrients, also called bubblers. Plants are suspended over the nutrients as the roots grow into the nutrients below. So yes, with the deep water cycle, you have a bucket. So you have something like this, a bucket, and you have on the top where you put the plant is in a mesh pot. So you'd either use cocoa, whatever medium, but Most commonly used mediums are cocoa and rock wool. With that, you put clay pellets or gravel around to provide basically solidity, stableness for your plant. So basically putting it in place so it sits down into the bucket as the bucket is filled with your air stone providing oxygen for the water, your nutrients, and whatever things needed to provide your plant with what it needs to grow. So with that, as the roots grow down, the roots are directly absorbing the nutrients. So that's deep water culture. Okay, so the bubbler mixture, which is the bucket with your solution, is filled with air using an aquarium pump and pays off by speeding up the growth time. That is true. Oxygen within the roots or within that water helps to activate the microbes, helps to activate the overall plant so that it takes in the necessary nutrients. So you will have a speedier growth time when using the horticulture system versus soil. Okay, so third we have drip irrigation. The drip irrigation, sorry, I went too fast. The drip irrigation system feeds each plant individually in its own chamber. Nutrients are administered by drippers and the solution is cycled much as the already mentioned method. Each plant is located in a separate chamber where the nutrients are fed to the medium by means of small drippers. That's just repeating itself. So yes, with this it's like the deep water culture method, DWC, but the difference is the plants are not fully submerged in water. What happens is there's an air pump within that water that pumps the nutrients rich water back up and it feeds the plant over time. So there's a constant flow of water keep feeding the plant so it cycles around instead of the roots being submerged in it and having a air stone bubble it all the time. So that's deep water irrigation. So let me light this spliff up, look back in chat and see what's going on with my people. Okay, 420 Dean. Okay, so I'm thinking about buying a good potting soil. I'm thinking it should take out the guesswork. That is true. Good potting soil is great. For me, for most individuals, they use a Pro Mix mixture. You can get it at the hardware store. I don't know how much they sell it for, but Pro Mix is one of the great potting soils to use. All you need to do is add your bone meals, your camp meals, your alfalfa. Basically, build your soil so that your plant has nutrients to feed. I use football is using Canatera Pro Plus. Nice. Best thing you can get your hands on, and it's 15 pounds a bag. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad indeed. I said you can actually take that soil and make it even better because adding the necessary nutrients over time and basically recharging your soil can aid in making a sucky soil one of the best growing mediums that you have. It's basically taking trash and turning it into treasure. So next method in the hydro is nutrient film technique. Nutrient film technique is a hydroponic method which includes a nutrient solution being pumped onto a tray or a gully to form a shadow or slow moving film that moves through the plant's roots. These roots grow into the solution, creating a large root mat. Okay, I think I know this one. I think I know this one. I said creating a large root mat in the tray. Having round the clock access to water and the nutrients along with more than enough oxygen for the roots, it makes for rapid development with maximum yields. That's nice, really nice. So basically, your plant is in a tray. So this is your tray. And like your phone, it has a shell. So your plant will be encased in a secondary shell, like this. So you place it down here. When you lift up the top layer, you're supposed to see a root mat. Within it, water is supposed to be basically oxygenated water as air is going to be pumped into it along with the nutrients. So the roots don't bundle up, they just grow as a mat along the tray, spreading. As you know, roots will always grow and always spread. But as it spreads, it basically absorbs the nutrients, a lot of root coverage, and the rapid development. With this, most of the reasons for these rapid development is due to the fact that the roots are being able to grow freely. The more root mass you have on your plant, the more development, the taller your plant is, and the more nutrients is being intake are taken by the plant. With that, you have a plant that is healthy and just willing to grow once you're feeding it properly. So the difference with soil, however, because soil is such a hard medium, the roots have to grow between that medium. So it doesn't have that quick of a development when growing with hydro. So yeah, roots, very important, guys. Okay, so we have the eve and flow method, which is EBB, and we all know flow. Eve and flow replaces soil with a medium like rock wool to produce a very large yield. This type of system simulates a natural cycle of rain and the time in between it, therefore giving off a more natural environment for your growth. Not bad. I'll definitely look into even flow and do a segment on that. But for now, that's just the information we have here. So now we have the pros and cons of growing with hydro. Pros. Maximum yields by accurately providing just the right amount of nutrients to your cannabis plant. As said, it's not as forgiving as with soil. So once you're accurately providing the plant with nutrients, it will provide you a lot more yields, a lot larger coolers, and the plants will be growing a bit, basically faster. Okay, soil second pro. Soil-borne disease and pests are like are less likely because of the lack of soil and the grow is usually indoor. So basically what they're saying, any organism, whether it be pest or disease, that is basically indigenous to the soil will not be present, has a less chance of happening due to the fact that it doesn't have its striving environment. And as I said, most of the hydro systems are indoors, so it's very well kept and it should be well kept because cleanliness is next to godliness, and a clean greenhouse is a happy greenhouse. A clean grow up is a happy grow up. Whether it be a little plant, clean up your area so that you don't have any diseases just lingering around the area. Another pro, larger yields. And I said, with more root growth, we have the ability for the plant to develop faster and provide more yields. Next pro, problems are easier to correct because you're in more control. With hydro, it's more for controlling your grow environment because it's moving from a, I would say, a natural growth with soil into mediums that basically you apply the nutrients there. So when there are nutrient deficiencies, you can adjust your levels and the plant will readily take it in. Next pro, takes up little space. With hydro or with any of these systems, once you set it up, you can set it up in a little grow tent and you're basically pushing a decent plant in a large, in a small space, I should say. However, if I could, I would put 7 plants in my closet, and that would be hydro, deep water cultures. And with that, not much space needed, and I would be pushing monsters. So one of the perks of doing with hydroponic systems, you get quicker results. That is true. Your results are quicker with what you do with your plant because the plant is basically not getting that screen, not getting that buffer, so everything hits it at that time. So bless up, bless up, bless up. And also, last on the pros, growers are able to growers are able to be automated by using techniques like bubble ponics and water culture. Yes, if you know your way around setting up a system, you can have it that it waters your plant at a set time, everything turns off at a set time, basically putting everything on a timer and you're good to go. Now we're going to cons of hydroponics. One of the major cons of growing hydroponically, it takes a lot more maintenance when cleaning your equipment because it's direct nutrients, no buffering tool. Sterilizing your equipment is a must. As I said, cleanliness ensures that there are no diseases, your plant is healthy, and everything is clean because you don't want to have a dirty product. The next con is does not have the same taste as soil grown. That is true. As I said, that extra that earthy taste that you get with your soil grown, you don't get it with your hydro because it's the straight medium, then you flush and everything is nice and processed and clean, but it does not have that character like soil grown. Okay, and the last con, need to pay attention or a lot of attention during the entire process. That is true. You gotta be aware of your hydroponic grow system because there are times something will fail. And not saying that it's a must, but there are times something will fail, and with that you have to be on it like white and rice, being able to fix your system because as I said, it is not as forgiving. If your lights go out for 24 hours and everything goes out, your pumps, trust me, you're gonna have a harder time saving your plants. So bless up to that segment that was hydro versus soil. We'll be continuing this. along with many other topics. Canna Health, which was yesterday, Basics of Cannabis, which was the day before. So I'm glad we were able to share. I'm going to be going back now. So let us see what's going on here, Matthew. Best of Piccolo, Hazard Smurf, much love. By the way, Piccolo, Hazard Smurf, anyone? The Greenhouse Podcast. Well, go on. Anyone of you guys that would love to jump in and let's talk about growing is more than free, more than welcome to join in. So jump on, let's talk about greenhouse, the comparison between soil and hydro. So let me start this up. I pretty much covered it. Not necessarily. There's a lot more to touch. I basically just did a brief synopsis, a run over of these processes because there's a lot going on with soil. There's a lot going on with hydro. With soil, we have no-till, organic, necessary nutrients. We can do a lot more with our grow, and there's a lot more possibilities out there. So trust me, I just barely scratched the surface on this topic. I'm glad that you guys are able to enjoy this. I said Ganja Talk should be a segment where we're talking about ganja itself, educating so that we can be better growers. And I said, you guys educate me, so I don't mind you sharing at any point in time. I really, really appreciate you guys sharing because that way we're engaging and we're basically learning from each other. It's true. It's very hard to grow no-till indoors because you're introducing your growing environment to a lot of microorganisms, and bringing in outdoors in indoors is at times quite a bit challenging. But no-till outdoors works the best. No-till for me is basically using organic, basic organic nutrients, building nature itself. When I have my soil, I use the fruit peels, my compost stuff from my compost bin. So in my compost bin, I'll have manure, I'll have fruit, I'll have mulch, leaves, whatever that can be breaking down for nutrients for my plants. Because after that is broken up, I basically brew a compost tea. But yeah, use use my compost stuff, build my soil, and add companion plants, and just as naturally organic as possible. Compost tea, using my fermented fruit juices, all of that. Piccolo says, did we talk about the advanced training yet? Advanced training. I have no idea of the advanced training, so please go ahead and share, my friend. Yeah, mulching indoors does tend to get a bit moldy. I remember the mulch, the grass, it's breaking down, and it needs a lot of heat at times to basically dry it out, so it doesn't attract any bugs and stuff. No, we haven't talked about that. Advanced training like lollipopping, super crop, swimming, popping, all of that. Yeah, we've not touched on it yet. So that's a really good topic for maybe tomorrow or the next Ganja talk. So thank you very much. And I do as well. I like lollipopping, I like swimming, I like training my plants so I'm getting the best out of it. No problem, Dr. Wiggler. Might even be over there as well. Let me see how long I've been running. I've been running this for an hour. So yeah, that's about how long I really want to run Ganja Talk. An hour segment of us talking about cannabis, relaxing, having a vibe, and growing with each other. So yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Go over to Tricky, hit him up, show some love, get some work done as usual. So bless up to everyone. This was Ganja Talk with Randy Gaston. Today's discussion was basically the basics of hydro and soil, the difference between them, and as I said, just talking about growing overall. Blessings to all. Next topic, which is going to be tomorrow's topic, will be on the advanced trading methods. Lollipopping, super crop, all of that. See if I can get a presentation built and everything. So much love to everyone. Legalize it indeed. And bless up from Jamaica.